you want your sports news, commentary, and features from a corporate publication? Would you like to hear it from local experts who have lived in your community their entire lives? At Skyline Sports, Colter and Nuanez bring more than 2 decades of experience to give you old-school journalism with a new age presentation at SkylineSportsMT.com. The Nuanez brothers provide knowledge from a family who lives Big Sky Conference athletics every day. For $8 a month or $90 a year, get access to comprehensive college Griz and Bobcat coverage at SkylineSportsMT.com. Skyline Sports, every day, every season.
Hello, everyone. Colter Nuanez, SkylineSportsMT.com. Thanks for watching along, tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just click subscribe right below where you're watching. This will be one of our players to watch. And always fun to do this right after you just saw the team you're given. Montana State on a bye this week. Montana heading to Ogden, Utah to take on Weber State. So that's the 5th-ranked Wildcats hosting the 11th-ranked Grizzlies. Montana coming off back-to-back losses, so a pivotal game for the Griz. Weber coming off of a nonsensical, heartbreaking, and completely anomalous loss at Montana State. 4 snaps out of the back of the end zone got all the headlines. 4 safeties in Montana State's favor. Bobcats win 43-38, so Weber will be trying to bounce back from that one. But I was there in Bozeman, so I got a chance to see Weber State up close in person. So sometimes we're kind of identifying players you should go out of your way to watch. Now I'm going to give you the players I couldn't help but watch. When you see a team live in person, you can definitely see the guys that are dudes, that pop right away. And we'll start with Weber State's defense. Usually we go offensive defense first, but their defense had several guys that I thought just absolutely stood out right away. Number 1's Winston Reed. He is a 6'1", 230-pound linebacker. He is their leading tackler right now. And I always say this on my ESPN radio show, size comes in a lot of different ways. You can have a lot of different types of bodies that are 6'1", 230 pounds. He has a next level type body. Really, really good build. And he runs decently well. I actually thought him getting caught inside and not running hard enough was what allowed Tommy Mellott to score a couple long touchdowns. But here nor there, his pop, his burst certainly stands out. I also thought Weber State's secondary was as advertised. They have a ton of depth there. I thought that number 0, Des Williams, was certainly one of the standout guys. He's a safety there. He's a senior. I thought number 5, Eddie Heckard, who's a multiple-time All-Big Sky, including 2-time first-team All-Big Sky corner. He was as advertised as well. He's very, very fluid. He's a little bit short. That'll be the one thing that the pro scouts ding him on, but explosive, can play a bunch of different types of coverage. He's got good leverage, outside, inside, both hands, both hips. I thought he ran really, really, really fluidly, looked really good. And their secondary, I thought, was the strength of their defense, but also I thought Weber State's linebackers, led by number 6, Winston Reed, were very impressive as well. They also have a ton of bodies that they play up front. Jared Scheiss was one of the best players in the Big Sky during his time there, and his younger brother is one of the many defensive linemen that they play up front. So the family lineage there at Weber continues. Also, in terms of statistics, Jack Kelly, their redshirt freshman outside linebacker, he continues to lead the charge with team highs in sacks and tackles for loss.
Think you stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. Shorty what you want, shorty what you need. My niggas run game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleeping. You got V12s, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got weed, got Molly. I'm all the way up. Shorty what you want, I got what you need. Shorty what you want, I got what you need.
Let's look at the offensive side of the ball, players to watch for Weber State as Montana goes to Weber on Saturday. I've been impressed with Bronson Barron. I actually got a chance to watch Weber's full games against both Eastern and Portland State. Bronson Barron looked really good in those games. He did not look good on a rainy, wet Bozeman Saturday afternoon. he kept Weber in the game, and then he had an opportunity to operate a 2-minute drill with his team backed all the way inside their own 10, and he got it into Montana State territory, but then a couple drop passes thwarted that last-ditch effort for him. But the quarterback, who's a sophomore, he's got a big arm. He is not fleet of foot whatsoever, but he still managed to rush for like 40 yards on Saturday. He's almost so slow that it's to his advantage. But he's a guy that can really spin it. He throws with excellent velocity, and he can throw that back shoulder fade. I saw him do it against Eastern Washington and Portland State. Never got that opportunity against the Bobcats, but certainly a guy that the Griz will have to have their eye on. Josh Davis, the All-American running back, he hasn't played in 2 weeks. He's on the sidelines. I don't know what his deal is. He was dressed, but he was not in the rotation. So the primary guys will be Damon Bankston, who's a sophomore, Dante McMillan, who's also a sophomore, and then Chris Jackson, who's a junior. Jackson has been one of their short yardage guys for quite some time. He's more of a burly, like Lendell White, Leonard Fournette type, and Bankston and McMillan much more flossy, much more quick, fast, explosive type guys. But they'll play a bunch of them. And then the last offensive guy to watch, Ty McPherson. He's actually one of the few guys that had success against the Griz. The game that stands out to me, I know these teams played twice in 2019. I was not in person at the rainy, drizzly playoff game in 2019 where that Weber State won 17-10 when Dalton Snead threw 5 picks. I was at the game in Missoula when Weber State was here in town, and the Griz just did what they do. When they're rolling, what it looks like is what the Griz did to Weber State that afternoon. Ty McPherson, though, was one of the only guys that had a good game in that one, and that was sort of a breakout moment for him, and he's been great since then. He was the leading receiver a year ago, and now again is their leading receiver. He had a team high in catches and yards against the Cats, and he's averaging more than 20 yards per catch, has over 600 yards receiving. So there you go. That's your Weber State players to watch as the Wildcats, I guess players I was watching, I should restate, as the Wildcats get set to host Montana on Saturday, back-to-back weeks of us at SkylineSportsMT.com covering the Wildcats. Look forward to providing more coverage for you from this week in Big Sky Conference football. Keep it tuned, SkylineSportsMT.com. Skyline Sports, every day, every season.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.